Alright, this is going to be a quick little one here. I just want to cover some truly ridiculous uh, legislation that's coming through. I mean, not exactly very. Not exactly narrowing it down. I mean, there's a lot of stupid shit flying around right now. But here's one in particular. This is something that I heard about in a video by on a secular talk. Is HR 367, also referred to as the Hearing Protection Act of 2017. It was this is a bill that was introduced by Representative Jeff Duncan of South Carolina, Republican, big shocker. And this bill basically deregulates firearm suppressors and removes them from the NFA list. Because right now, in the U.S., you can purchase a suppressor for a gun. However, they are a NFA or National Firearms Act restricted item, just like sawn-off shotguns or, for example, like that, like sawn-off shotguns, machine guns. You can't actually legally own a machine gun in the U.S. That's another issue for another video. Sawn-off shotguns, short barrel rifles, things like that, basically. Grenade launchers, artillery pieces. Actually, I don't even know. I don't think artillery pieces are on the list. Never mind. Anyway, there are certain items that are restricted, and there's more stringent regulation in place for those items. You have to do additional background checks or federal background checks. You have to do fingerprinting. You have to pay a tax, and that applies currently to firearms suppressors. You can buy one, but it involves a $200 tax, a very in-depth background check at the federal level that involves fingerprinting, and also the process can take about 8 or 9 months. Now the justification for this bill is, as the name implies, hearing protection. Yeah, so basically this schmuck, Duncan, and was it 125 co-sponsors feel that you shouldn't that you should be able to buy that you should be allowed to purchase a firearm suppressor because, well, shooting guns a gun going off can be loud, and, well, you need a way to protect your hearing. So, and that's the only reason. That's why they want this to happen, of course, is, they're concerned about American hunters and son of a bitch. I hate news sites and their damn autoplay videos. Anyway, that's their big thing. That's their big concern. They don't want hunters to or shooting enthusiasts to damage their hearing because of their gun going off. Now, of course, this whole rationale is totally bullshit, because let me go over a few things about it. Firearm suppressors or silencers. I keep saying suppressor because technically that is the technical, the name that most gun people will use because it doesn't actually silence anything. It suppresses the sound. In some cases, when you use one, it actually doesn't bring the noise of the firearm low enough to warrant going without hearing protection. It's still pretty loud in some cases. Now, of course, a lot of them you can make the rounds very quiet. Anyway, this is not for hearing protection, okay? Because these things are expensive, all right? I mean, the idea that someone is buying a suppressor so that they can protect their hearing is absolutely laughable. Because for one thing, these things they're expensive. A suppressor costs almost as much as the damn gun, and that's not counting. Of course, there's the $200 fee and the waiting period and all that stuff to get it registered. But even if they were to remove that, these things still cost like $300 and up. Versus a pair of earmuffs or shooting covers, these things, which cost $6 and do the same job. But no, like, it's absolute crap. Okay, what this actually is basically a handout for the gun lobby. Because if you look over the past few years, mainly the entire Obama administration, the gun industry, the firearms and firearm accessories industries have been having some very good years because all of their customers were worried that Obama was going to implement UN concentration camps or something and come for their guns. So they were buying more guns, I don't know, so that there would be more of them for the government to take. I don't know. I don't really. I have issues seeing. I have problems seeing the logic behind. I'm going to take on the most well-funded military in the world with some shit I bought from Academy. But anyway, that's their point of view, not mine. Anyway, so over the past 8 years, firearm sales have been going crazy. Because, oh my god, Obama's going to take my guns away and I got to get all these magazines and AR-15s before the damn, gun-hating Democrats go and try to put in laws and implement gun control and shit. And it's, it's worked. They've been buying them like crazy. But see, here's the thing. When when you make one of your main marketing strategies, when you make one of your key marketing strategies fear of the Democratic Party and fear of liberals, what happens when the Republicans are controlling things? And in this article, it kind of explains that essentially basically once Trump was elected, and once Republicans were officially firmly in control of, fucking everything, gun sales basically, let's see, essentially, gun sales have basically fallen off a cliff, or because the Republicans in office, baby, they ain't gonna have our guns taken away. What? They don't have to worry about it. So they're not buying guns all the time. And now they need some way to justify this, like, to try to get people to buy these things and to buy more weapons. Because, the liberal Satan Obama is no longer in charge. Now that they were able to pass any gun reforms to begin with. And now there's no reason to buy guns. In fact, even silencers have had an interesting twist of fate here, or a bit of irony. The silencer industry has actually seen a drop in sales too because of this law. Because everyone's like, well, shit, I'll just wait a few months, a year or so, until this passes, and then I don't even have to worry about the tax or the waiting period. I can just buy the damn silencer, so I'll just wait till then. Which, I think is, oh, it's funny. But yeah, it's just, that's what this is. It's a ploy to sell more weapons and weapon-related accessories to people who were at the time afraid of liberals taking their guns away, who now are like, hey, I don't have to, like, and it's just, I don't know, like the relationship between firearms in America it's an odd one. You know, it's just one of those things that's it's a complex issue. Again, I don't want this to spiral into another 30-minute video about gun control, you know, this time on gun control. So I'm going to leave that to discussion for a different time. But I just think that whole picture is kind of interesting. And just like the tactics that they try to use to push through legislation like this, or try to justify it. Like, it's a silencer, for crying out loud. Like, okay, well, it's going to protect hearing. Okay, for when? I mean, hunting, I suppose. In a good number of states, you can hunt with a suppressor. But, like, for instance, a range, like, one of the things, like, oh, when they're firing their guns, then they can help protect their hearing. Again, $6, suppressor, $300 to $1,200. $6, $300 to $1,200. Also, too, in addition to that, it's not like it's a fucking champagne cork. You just stick it you just wedge it in the end of the barrel and you're good to go. All right, you can't just get a suppressor, duct tape it to the gun, and it's going to be quiet. You have to have a weapon that has a barrel that's threaded, or like a flash hider or something that's got threads to accept a silencer or suppressor. So it's not as simple as just buying the damn thing. So the idea that this is some measure to protect is in any way designed to protect a person's hearing is laughable. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It's a gimme for the gun industry to try to help them recoup some of the business they've lost because of them pushing this basically ad campaign that the Democrats are going to take their guns away. Well, you know, Democrats aren't in control now, so now people aren't scared and aren't buying guns. And it's just, I don't know, I just find the whole situation funny to me. Also, too, I just wanted to mention this. Anyone who takes issue with, like, oh, well, it would help protect your hearing and all, you don't know anything, you damn liberal, or any of that crap. Okay, yeah, I am, honestly, personally, again, my own views on the Second Amendment and gun control are way too long for this video. However, I do live in fucking Texas, okay? So, like, where here, owning guns is, like, it's weird when you when you ask someone and they say they don't have a gun. Is honestly more of an odd thing to hear than I own one. So, to say, like, oh, you gun-hating liberal, you don't know what you're talking about, it really would help protect hearing. Yeah, again, these help protect my hearing just fine when I'm when I'm shooting. Alright? When I go to range and shoot, $6 works just fine. Alright? I've never had a problem with it. No one I know has ever had problems with it. I have never met a single person who has ever purchased a suppressor for the purpose of hearing protection. For the numerous reasons that I've already mentioned. And it's just, this is also speaking to a bigger thing. This video is already getting long, but I'll try to get through it, end it quickly here. To me, this kind of legislation, the way they word things and try to push things like this, to me speaks to the older style of doing things in politics, where essentially all you say is, oh, well, we're doing this to protect hearing. See, suppressor suppresses the sound, makes it quiet, good for hearing. And then just kind of ignore the rest and move on. And that's been done with so many bills and in so many ways in our government over the past however many years. And my hope is that the sign of the times now is that is finally changing. That it's no longer enough for them to just give like a little one-liner and move along like nothing happened. Because stuff like this will start to get caught. This hasn't been a major story because, I don't know, it doesn't involve Trump doing something stupid. But still, more people are being made aware of things like this and actually following it. And that gives me some hope for the future. But anyway, so that is it. That is all. Links will be in the description. I'll see you next time.